Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Unfiltered Brew. Today's guest is not only a Cleveland fan through and through, he's a passionate entrepreneur, a three-time founder in Cleveland, Mr. Tony Pietrocola.
Welcome, Tony.
Thank you for having me, ladies. I
Round of
appreciate it.
applause.
And by the way, you nailed the last name.
I know.
Perfect. I like it.
This before.
Yeah, it's great.
Wait, what is it? Pietrocola?
Yeah, Pietrocola.
Like
Yeah.
Coca-Cola.
Pietrocola.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Coca-Cola.
So Tony, before we dive into your background, I want to start it on a lighter note.
Okay.
How do you manage work-life balance as a three-time founder in Cleveland in an everyday life?
You know what's funny? Just 2 days ago, my co-founder of my company, Agile Blues, said, I would love for you to take more vacations or a vacation. He literally just said this to me. I don't do it real well. It's something I've never been able to do. I don't know why. It's just like, what do you do?
Do you believe in the work-life balance? 'Cause
No.
I personally
100%.
don't.
No, not at all. If you do, I don't know if you can be like really great at everything.
Everything.
Like I have two daughters. They're older and they're grown. They don't need attention. They don't want it. They want money. They don't want attention. But
course.
yeah, of course. Come on. But at the end of the day, I think you can be a great parent, give them what they need, but then you just got other things to do. And that's just the way I look at it.
I feel like with work-life balance, this term has been used so often lately, and it's been thrown left and right. And I feel like when you're passionate about something and you really want to get somewhere and you're working hard and you're grinding and you're hustling, you're not going to have that work-life balance.
I don't think so either.
Right?
And if you
I
want,
don't think so.
if you want backup for that, there's an article in the Wall Street Journal just yesterday where a 31-year-old guy who's building a billion-dollar company just said there's no way to have work-life balance if you want that billion-dollar company. So you and your listeners should read the article.
Yeah.
It's good.
I 100%.
I actually
We've
wanna read it,
experienced it.
yeah.
I mean, we were
Yeah.
doing things outside of the podcast where, up late at night where, you got work right after the shoot, right?
Yeah.
You're running
Yeah.
straight to work, and we're juggling so many things. So like that's kind of what I wanted to hear from a founder like
Yeah.
yourself, who's built 3 companies and had an exit twice, correct? That you can't have a work-life balance
Yeah.
when you're really passionate about something, working on something.
I think you can have fun in life
Yeah.
and you can mix in some fun.
Yeah.
It's just really hard to say, I'm going to work 40 or 50 hours a week here and do the rest of the week
Yeah.
like this. I don't think it works like that.
Yeah. So what is something that you mentioned you have 2 daughters.
Yeah.
What is something that you instilled in them while you were raising them?
One of them is way more hardcore, cooler, smarter than me. So I didn't want to give her the smarter part, but she got that part. So I'm hoping that hard work pays off for both. One's a finance major at Ohio State, the other's in pharmacy school. So
That's amazing.
They're both very driven young ladies, and hopefully that's the thing they got from their dad. We'll see.
That's incredible.
We'll see. Yeah.
I'm sure they will.
Get the drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm just listening
see.
to you guys. It's great.
Yeah.
So tell us more about your first company that you started.
Yeah, we started this company way back in 2001. You guys probably weren't even born yet, but it was called 10th Floor. We were on the 2nd floor when we started it, so obviously we weren't very
You were
good at
high
math.
hopes. You had high
We
hopes.
weren't very good at math back then. Yeah, but my addition's gotten so much better over the years. And what we did is we built websites and e-commerce store sites because back then the web and e-commerce was just really getting going. So that's what we did. We had one of the first companies here in Cleveland that did that, and we ran it to 2008 until we were acquired by a company out of Boston. It was fun. It was a great time.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Are you originally from Cleveland?
Yeah. Born and raised in
and raised
Cleveland,
in
like in Cleveland, like
Oh,
Fulton
really?
Road, St.
Wow.
Rocco's,
Really?
hardcore. Yeah, come on. Well, Cleveland. Yeah, come on. Went to high school out in the suburbs, but yeah, grew up there in St. Rocco's in Cleveland. Yeah, Fulton Road.
That's amazing. And
Yeah.
have you lived anywhere else?
Yeah, I lived in Chicago. I worked for Apple out of college. I lived in Chicago, spent some time in San Francisco as well. But come back here. I mean, why not? It's a great place. Plus, it has the ocean front and stuff. So
It does.
I don't see how you get better than that.
does.
Like, come on.
I mean, it's the best ocean. Come on, guys.
Lake Erie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Atlantic
Lake
Ocean,
Erie,
Pacific
guys.
Ocean, Erie Ocean.
What? So you mentioned you started your first company right when Amazon was kicking off, and you worked at Apple. What was that like? Because the early 2000s, people were still trying to get used to like the digital space. I
Yeah.
mean, again, I was 6 at the time. I don't think
Thank
we
you.
had a computer.
I was 7, so I was just started really young. But
Where
Yeah.
in 2000?
One, right? That's
Okay,
when.
so I was born 1989. So what was I? 11.
yeah,
I had just moved to America.
Wow. All right. Welcome to America.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. It was interesting. So working at Apple was, everybody knows Apple now for this cool stuff you have on the table. Back then, Apple was not cool. We didn't have we didn't have a lot of money left. We didn't have a lot of money left, number one. Number two, we didn't have these types of cool products. So it was a hard job, actually. We used to get thrown out of places a lot. That's not an exaggeration. Obviously, Apple's very cool these days, right? I mean, we all have their stuff.
So what did you do there?
Did you ever meet Steve Jobs?
Never met him, because, I mean, how's he going to shake hands with a guy like me? He had nothing to do with me. But I was part of a team of 500 people. Remember the translucent, do you guys remember the iMac? The translucent, it colors peach, tangerine, all this. No, you don't. Okay. Anyway, showing my age. But anyway, that product was really late getting out the door. And there was a team of like 500 people, partners, people who worked there, all kinds of stuff. And he came in and yelled at everybody. So I can say I was one of 500 and some people that got yelled at.
I heard he had a bad temper.
Extraordinarily, I heard too.
I
Yeah,
heard
I only
he
got
had
to see
a
him
really
once,
bad
but
temper,
yeah, everything you read and see, he's pretty intense. But kind of paid off.
I mean, it did.
Come on. Yeah, it paid off.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you were right at the peak of everyone starting to get into the digital world and computers and laptops. That's way before even iPhones were around.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, iPhone didn't come out till 07. I mean, can you imagine not having an internet? Can you imagine not having email?
No.
Text? I wish we didn't have text. But
Do you guys
I hate
remember
text.
back in the day, like you wouldn't even have this, like you said, like my first phone was a Nokia. It was one of those that you had to literally sit there and type the letters.
Those games that had those, like little snake.
Yeah.
Game and,
I was awful at it. Yeah, but I remember that game. Yeah.
So speaking of, since we're talking about old phones and, I didn't grow up with iPhones or iPads. Your daughters, when did you buy them their first laptop?
Laptop wise, I don't know if I remember. I think going into high school, they went to a high school here in Cleveland called Magnificat. But the phone thing was always a thing because they were dancers. So they said, hey, we have to call if we're late. And I said, no, you don't.
Okay.
But to this day, so one's about to be 21, the other's 19. They've never had TikTok. I refuse to let them get TikTok.
Really?
Yeah. They were ostracized from their little friend community because they didn't have TikTok. Yeah.
That's not a
Were you one of those,
horrible dad, huh?
Were you one of those really strict dads? Like you would watch that, watch what they do.
Because what's going on online. You were in that space.
Yeah.
I don't know about really strict, but I will say this. TikTok's not good. Okay. And I don't want them recreated in China because they have all their data and their voice patterns. I mean, sure, they still have them. But anyway, back then I would not allow them to have those types of things. Instagram, TikTok, none of that. Now, as they got older, they had Instagram. But they still don't have TikTok.
Are you on Instagram?
So I love
absolutely
TikTok.
not.
I love TikTok. So
Yeah.
tell me why it's so bad. I absolutely love TikTok.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
For hours, scrolling down, looking at TikTok, and I even post on TikTok.
So here's what I will say. You, given the roles you guys are in, probably need that. It's probably good for your podcast.
Yeah.
It's good for your bar, right?
Yeah.
It's good stuff. But if you don't have a means to using it, I think you're just putting a lot of data out there that is being consumed by China. And I don't think it's being consumed in a very good way.
So what's the difference between, let's say, Instagram and Facebook? You give data on those websites as well. So what's like comparison from TikTok to Instagram? Why is it better to do it on Instagram than on TikTok?
Yeah, well, I'm not saying it is. I don't have Instagram myself either, but I will say this. Obviously, Instagram, Facebook is a United States company. Do they still use your data? Yeah, absolutely. You know why? They want to make money.
Yeah.
Chinese, will they use your data for money? No, I think they use it for a little bit more nefarious reasons, and we'll leave it at that.
Right.
But yeah. But keep using it. I'm sure it helps your podcast and your business, right?
Yeah. I mean, it does, for sure it does.
Yeah.
Any social media content or anything,
Totally.
advertising and all that does help.
I'm in cybersecurity, so I think I'm a little bit more.
We're gonna dive into
up.
that. We're gonna
ears
dive
up
into
on that one. Yeah.
How did you manage screen time with your kids?
There's apps, right? And they say your kid is turning into a mushroom over here, so you might want to put a little regulator on her, right? So yeah, they had their times. They got cut off. A couple times you had to give them a little bit extra permission, let them get through the night, whatever they were doing, talking to a friend or something. But yeah, I just think you have to have that balance. I don't think people have that. I don't think adults have that balance today. Forget kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I'm on my phone. I do a lot of work on my phone, but when I see that screen time on Sundays,
Does it alarm you a little
it's
bit?
it's a little alarming. It's a little alarming. And I told you the other day, I'm like, we need to go on a trip where I'm just completely offline for a whole week. I don't want to look at my phone. I want to look at another email. I just need to shut off because it is a lot.
Yeah.
It becomes a lot. It becomes overwhelming. You're overstimulated. You can't
Yeah.
sleep at night. And I find myself every time I travel and I'm gone, I don't, like, for example, I just went to Italy and I told myself I'm going to like record every day and I'm going to post.
Okay.
I recorded one day and I did not even pay attention to my phone the rest of the time. And
Really?
it actually felt really nice to just be present in the moment. And unfortunately, I agree, and I am guilty of being on my phone a lot, especially when it comes to business. Like with the Martini Bar, the podcast, like you're constantly talking to customers, reservations, you're making events. Like I literally work with the phone all the time. So.
And literally, you need that for your business.
Yes.
And people consume it that way. So you have to be where your customers are. So it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
It does get overwhelming though. It's just like I feel like I'm starting to lose my vision too. Like when you're like,
How many fingers am I holding up?
blurry.
3.
4.
Perfect. Okay, well, moving on.
So you mentioned your first company was in the digital, digital platform space, and then
.com, right?
.com, absolutely. Look at you bringing out the old term, huh? People don't even say that anymore, do they? .com space.
And then what was your second company? I know you built a second company right here in Cleveland.
Second company was actually part of Union Home Mortgage, which is a huge, great mortgage company here in Cleveland. You see their name everywhere, all over all the ballparks and stuff like that. And there was a brand that Union Home wanted to roll out for retail to kind of compete with a Rocket Mortgage. It was called vloan.com. Yeah, like V as in victory. So it was a cool concept. Mortgage is a very traditional business. If you ever signed a mortgage, it's a lot of paper, a lot of process. It's like, why can't this be made better? So we attempted to make it better and make it an online process and do something you do on your phone, bring in social media, different things like that to appeal to a younger buyer.
Crowd. Yeah, because nobody likes to do paperwork.
It's awful. Come on, what do you do with the paper when you're done with it?
So you found a solution. That's amazing. Yeah.
Well, no. I said we built a business. I don't know if we found a solution. Here's the problem. A lot of that stuff is regulated. And if it's government regulated, you can't just make changes. So you can try, you can attempt, you can do some cool things. I just don't think you can completely digitize it.
Really?
Yeah.
I think because it involves different state laws and regulations in
100%.
cities, right? It's hard to get them all on board on
It's impossible.
I think they're also using a paper-based system.
That's why I'm not in the mortgage industry anymore. Yeah.
I know what that's like.
Yeah.
But what inspired you to continue building in Cleveland?
It's not just proximity, because think about it. If you do that to yourself and the talent's not here or the financing's not here or it's not the right place to build a business, why would you put yourself in that position, right? So all that aside, I think Cleveland is a great place to build a business. I mean, look at you guys. You guys are building something. This podcast has taken off, right? I heard about the podcast before I met you guys. So that's a good thing.
Seriously?
Absolutely. And I'm not even plugged in. Let me tell you what, I was at...
Okay, Mr. Vin Diesel, you're about to make me blush.
Yeah, right, whatever. But anyway, so totally, absolutely did. So if you think about it, there's a lot of great talent here. Here's Cleveland's hidden gem. It's not our oceanfront property. It's the people. Because they work hard. And I know it's a cliche, like Midwesterners work harder than the coast. To be candid, I don't think that's true. In San Francisco and New York, they work a bazillion hours too. But the people here work hard. They take pride in their work. And to be candid, salaries are a little bit less than they are on the coast. So you can build a business here and be very successful.
Yeah, that's very true.
Totally.
I agree with that. Yeah.
And did you build your second company, vLoan? Was that, what year was this?
We started vLoan in, I guess that'd be 2014, 15?
Okay.
Somewhere around there?
Not too long ago.
Yeah, no, not too long ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you sold was it acquired? Or?
Well, Union Home Mortgage assumed the business and brought that in as their retail channel within their huge mortgage company. Yeah. And they're doing great.
So how did you know, what was going through your head when you had that aha moment? I'm going to start my next company and it's going to be in cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity is it's not extraordinarily sexy.
Yeah.
But there's a lot going on. It's very lucrative. So if you just do your research in it. So a really good friend of mine who was a former board member of mine, I was an advisory board member of his, known him for 20 years, named Joe Marquette, got together after I was done at vLoan. He said, what are you thinking about doing next? And we just started talking and he's like, take a look at this, what's called security operations. And I did, and I learned a lot about it, and I saw a huge opportunity. So did I have a passion for it? Not at that time. Not at that time. I think Joe kind of turned me onto it, and we've built a great company together over the last 5.5 years. So now I'm extraordinarily passionate about it. Obviously, because I just warned you that the Chinese have your TikTok information. But I wasn't at the time, but I got passionate about it. Yeah.
And why don't you just give our listeners a pitch on what cybersecurity is and how critical it is in everyday life, whether you own a business or because I'm sure there's a lot of people who own businesses who can have breaches and not be aware of that there's a way to protect them from these type of situations, right?
No, it's a great question. So when you think about larger companies, there's hacks and breaches and they disrupt business and steal things. I can talk to you about a very interesting, fun, scary one as well. But when you think about small businesses, there's no different than somebody breaking into your office, so to speak, right? So I'll give you an example. Last 2 weeks ago, the National Association of Black Journalists had their annual convention in Cleveland, Ohio. So it was all journalists from all over the country, from CNN to Fox to every newspaper. And I was interviewed by the lady who runs scams and fraud for the Washington Post. And it was a different mindset. It's not just about potentially being hacked. What about being scammed or fraud? Things like that get small businesses and people every day of the week, right? So now when you go to a gas station, you know that I said those card skimmers, now there's that thing that says, if you see this, don't put your credit card in here. Because now they've built technology to detect those types of things. So when you think about a breach of any kind, whether it's somebody hacking in or it's fraud or a scam, hopefully there's technology that finds that.
And that's what your company does.
To an extent. We're less so on the fraud and the scam stuff, much more on companies being hacked,
and
data breached.
Breaches. That's basically what he was explaining to you with China.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to hack and they're trying to go scam.
Well, I'll tell you what they're doing. They can take your information. They can take your voice, right? Which is a unique voice, but they can still take it, right? They can take appearance, look, and they could recreate you. Social security numbers, driver's license. So think about if you have that data, what they can do from a fraud and scam perspective. So it's pretty scary. But here's the worst part about social media. People put everything on social media, even LinkedIn these days. I saw something on LinkedIn the other day in a personal nature. I'm like,
LinkedIn
what are you
has
doing?
become like the LinkedIn, the Facebook of this generation.
Well, I think it might be the Tinder of business, and I don't think that's what it's meant for, right? Yeah, totally, right? So when you think about it, people put where they are, whether they're in this country or not, different state or not, what they're eating. I don't understand the eating thing, but maybe you do. You have a restaurant, so I don't get that. But one of my daughters does that. I'm like, well, who cares? No one. I don't care.
But you know what? I've recently, in the last year or two, I never post in the moment. For example, if I'm at a restaurant,
smart.
I usually do it after the fact because I've been stalked, I've been followed. Yeah, scary time.
Wow.
So now I'm very careful I would tag the location if I'm promoting a restaurant after the fact, after I leave, after the event's over. I'll never share where I'm at in the same, because you never know. There's some creepy guys out there, some weird.
I mean, I feel
there's creepy people. Let's not just put it on our gender.
I mean, in general,
there's
guys, girls,
guys that are creepy.
Everyone's
and
crazy.
everything in between.
Yeah, everything in between. Exactly.
Everybody's weird.
Yeah, exactly. But you're right. But if you put everything where you are, people can recreate things. I mean, there's scams where people will send a text to employees and say, hey, I'm in, this is your boss, I'm in Orlando, send me this, send me these spreadsheets, and people just do it.
You got a text like that the other day, and you sent me a screenshot. Somebody's like, hey, do you want to go out for coffee or something?
Yes, I did.
Really?
She's like, oh, it was, okay, so the person was calling me Nicole. I'm like, I'm not even Nicole, so I don't know what this person's They're like, hi, Nicole, how's your day? And I'm like, who is this? She's like, oh, Nicole, what's wrong with you? I said, what? This is weird.
Yeah.
But I've also gotten a lot of scams by license bureaus saying, hey, you have a toll ticket, you got to pay.
Oh, yeah. I get those all
I
the
get a ton
time.
of those.
Constantly. I just don't even respond to them because I know it's they're not going to, or IRS, hey, if you don't call us back, or IRS is never going to call you.
Never.
Driver's license is never going to text you.
Yeah.
So I don't know why these people, I guess it works with some people.
Yeah.
You just answered the question. You want to know why they do it? Because it works on people.
With some people.
It works enough where they can make billions of dollars on these scams.
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Have you ever been scammed?
You know what? I am not ashamed to admit this. So I have. So do you guys know what SMS? Okay, so you get a text. It's called SMS hijacking, and it was around the holidays about 4 years ago now, and it said your package is delayed, and I'm like, oh, this is bad. Christmas package.
I've gotten those. And
Yeah.
this is FedEx too. Have you gotten the ones where it says FedEx
Yeah,
delivery delayed?
it's exactly what it said. And I was running it. I travel a lot. I was in and out, and I can tell you where I am though. But I was in and out of an airport. And I'm like, oh man, I gotta do. It was the 23rd. I'm like, I'm screwed, right?
Right.
So I clicked it real quick. Nothing happened. I'm running to an airplane. This is no BS. And I woke up the next day, and my phone was called zombie phone. So it lit up, but the SIM card was hijacked. So I
Everything
didn't.
was
Oh my
compromised. All
Yeah.
your
Well, no. Here's why I didn't get compromised. And this is your lesson. If you remember one thing from this podcast, here's what you remember. If you have MFA, two-factor authentication on everything, okay?
most.
Which
Yep.
most
Yeah,
of the
most
stuff
of
I
it,
do.
yeah, yeah.
Good. Only about 12 to 15% of people use it though. Even for their banks, they
use
don't
it
use
all
it.
the
Really?
time.
No,
I
we
use it
use
for-
it. It's a pain because it's always
a pain.
It's a pain in the butt, but I use it. I
yeah.
use it for Billy's websites. I use it for my own.
There you go.
Yeah,
Emails, everything.
everything.
Cat.com. Yeah, you got to have a MFA to get to cat.com. I get it. So yeah, so that's the only thing that saved me. So nothing happened. Knock on whatever this thing's made of. It's some kind of wood.
Sounds horrible.
Cleveland wood. But that saved me. So use MFA. There's your one takeaway from this podcast.
Listen, guys, use MFA. Don't
we got
get
the
scammed.
cybersecurity guru here.
Yeah, but the guru got hit. So I wouldn't use the
We've all
word
gotten
guru.
hit in weird ways too. Have you been scammed? Have you ever been scammed? I've been scammed.
Really?
I got scammed by a psychic. But let's
Oh,
not-
I got no. I think we might have to hear this.
no, we talked about this.
story about your little
What?
getting scammed by the psychic. Oh, we talked about this. On
We
the
already
episode.
talked about this, but
All
I
right,
mean,
I won't-
I'll tell you.
You could tell me afterwards, but man, that sounds more interesting than
I wonder
cybersecurity.
if I think I've been scammed even before. I can't remember though. It's been a while because I've been on it.
See?
On my,
You've
you
learned.
know, I make these passwords that are like, I have to like actually save them in my notes.
That's not good
Why?
because just the notes thing in your
It's-
phone, that's not secure.
Yeah.
Do you ever use something like Dashlane or LastPass?
No.
No.
You should look into it. You can store all your I found like I'm doing a commercial.
yeah.
Hey, I'm Tony Pietrocola for Dashlane. No, you can store all your passwords, and then it'll automatically
that on
authenticate
your
you
phone?
in. Yeah, phone, laptop, everything. It's one thing.
Well, my notes right now for my password
Tell
is
us again.
locked with like my
yeah, but that's not
face.
good. That
That's
could be
not good
broke.
enough 'cause
No.
somebody can like.
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Okay.
LastPass or Dashlane. I personally use one of those. I'm not going to
Okay.
say here, but I'll
Yeah,
tell you
and
guys
so-
afterwards. But yeah, they're good.
Okay, that's good to know. I
Yeah.
do need a place to store my passwords, especially our passwords.
Everybody's
Yeah,
got a
we
million
have it all in
passwords.
notes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bad.
It's
I'm
bad.
gonna stop using notes.
See, this was a worthwhile podcast. We all learned today.
I know.
I just can't wait to hear the psychic story.
It's crazy.
Well, you have a psychic fair like every.
I actually
Oh.
have a psychic fair coming up.
Billy's. Maybe
but
that's
the
what we
thing
need to
is,
do
like, not
next.
every psychic is. I don't know if you're like into that, but
I don't know
like,
anything
not
about it.
every psychic is bad.
Okay.
Not every.
Well, I didn't
psychic
want to
has
impugn
bad
them all,
intentions,
but,
the
yeah.
person that I was dealing with, like when I lived in Nashville, actually, it was just like an entertainment purpose thing. Like
Yeah.
we were going, and I just, I went to her, and she was telling me about my situation at the time that I just had. I was just curious.
Situationship.
Yeah.
My situationship, yes. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, you have this like energy around you. I gotta cleanse you. I gotta do this." And I'm like freaking out. I'm like, "What the hell? What energy do I have?"
Right.
You know.
And what do I need to be
And-
cleansed?
And she like charged me like $400.
Ugh.
And I think
Kat's the one to get scammed though. Between us, she's the one to get
I
scammed.
am the one that gets scammed.
Let's be honest.
I mean, not depends what it is.
She's discerning about who scams
I usually
her.
do the due diligence when it comes to certain purchases that we want to make or investments, right?
Well, you're an engineer by trade, right? There you go. That's
I'm
your
actually
engineering
a
coming out.
validation engineer by
Oh,
trade.
there you
so
go. There's your that
Due
side coming
diligence
out.
runs in me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah. But I don't know. It all depends, I guess.
Did you get your $400 back?
Nope.
Of course not.
Damn.
Nope. It's okay though.
So what's your favorite thing to do around the city, Tony? We want to get to know you. We want to peel the layers.
Yeah, we can peel the layer. We're not going to get too personal, but yeah, we can peel some layers. Like, look, I think it's a great sports city. I mean, you guys know that. You guys
Yeah.
are sports fans. Like, come on. I mean, it's great, right? There's so much to do around the city. We have 3 teams. We can substitute the word great for some of them, but it doesn't always work for all of them. We've got Ohio State 2 hours away. First game's in a week.
Did you go to Ohio State?
No, I went to University of Toledo. I played football at Toledo as well.
Oh, wow.
I have a daughter at Ohio State, and everybody from here is an Ohio State fan, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, kick off against Texas next Saturday at noon.
Saturday, yeah.
Noon.
If you had to choose your favorite team, what would it be?
Yeah, Ohio State. And college football, like, come on, it's just amazing. But here in Cleveland, I think the Guardians are awesome. I think they run a great organization. I'm a football fan.
Over
The Browns just aren't, amazing. I have
So
hope.
speaking of football, guys, for the first time in about 12 days, I get to do my first draft because I'm doing NFL
Nice.
fantasy football. So are you good at it? You're going to help me?
I do fantasy football, and
Don't
I'm
listen,
awful
Billies,
at it. And
don't
I'm awful at
listen.
it, but I'm happy to help. But I'm awful at it. But yeah, I love fantasy football.
I don't even know what I'm doing. I
Neither
just
do
chose
I.
my first name yesterday.
I don't
Who was
understand
it?
football. Period.
You want to know my name?
Yeah.
It says 9 lives, 0 losses.
Okay, all right. I like
Very
it.
on brand.
Yeah, very much.
Kitty.
Goes with the cat.
Yeah, I know, like kitty cat.
Shout out to Brian for helping me choose.
Very nice. I
Very
like
on
it.
brand.
I'm excited. I want to get into it. I feel like it'll make football so much more fun watching and getting to kind of learn more about football.
Yeah.
And I don't really know much about football. I really don't.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of excited. I'm looking forward to it.
I don't either. Did you used to have to make your daughter sit down and watch football with you?
Oh, they had to watch a lot of stuff they didn't want to watch with me. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. It's part of being a daughter. My dad used to make me watch Westerns when I was a kid. I know you guys don't know what that is,
Really?
but I had to watch those when I was a kid. I'm like, this stinks. What am I doing here? Everything's in black and white. What are we doing, right?
What's
All right,
your
so I'm gonna flip this on you guys. What is your favorite thing to do in this city? Just one thing.
Nora, go.
Drink Jackaritas. No, I mean, I'd like to get outside. We like
Yeah.
to go outside.
We like to walk.
Yeah,
we,
that's
we
great.
Go on
do-
walks.
Great
go
metro parks, right?
Every
Great metro
other
parks.
day when we're not like working out or if we're not busy, we actually do 3-mile walks.
Wow.
Like our meetings are done through this like
That's
our walks.
great.
We
We
take
like-
like meeting walks.
Yes, and then we stop at Lionheart. We
Okay.
get our iced,
Yeah.
sugar-free vanilla
Yeah.
lattes.
Yeah.
Almond milk.
You have to.
Always almond milk. And then we just walk. And
That's
we
We
great.
do a good 3 to 4 miles.
3 to 4 miles.
Yeah.
At least 3 to 4 times a week.
Wow, that's awesome. Good for you guys.
Yeah, that's really it. I mean, we do a lot of we go to a lot of social events.
Yeah.
We're like social butterflies.
Are you going to Jeffrey's tonight?
I am.
I'm going
Shout
as
out
well.
to Jeffrey Stern. Yes, I'm going there. And
Lay of the Lawn podcast. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. And honestly, he was actually one of my inspirations.
Really?
Before it started a podcast.
It's a very inspiring young man, that's for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have to make sure we tell him that tonight when we see him.
Yeah, you met Jeffrey.
He could probably come on the podcast.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he's going to be one of our
should totally have him on
guests.
the podcast.
Yeah.
What's your favorite restaurant?
Oh, that's easy. Maxie's.
Where's that at?
Literally.
Oh, I like Mia Bella there. I've never been to Max.
Mia Bella's great. So it's literally right across from Mia Bella on the
Okay,
opposite
I gotta
side.
try that out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Mia Bella's good, but I think Maxie's is great.
It's great.
Yeah. Did you guys go to the feast this past weekend?
Never been.
She
no.
did.
Yeah?
We didn't, well,
No,
it was
I
a
was-
Morgan
I went for
Wallen
like 10
weekend.
You know, I didn't even know who Morgan Wallen was. I don't know anything about country music. It's not my thing. I'm 90s grunge. If it's not Alice in Chains or Jane's Addiction, I'm not listening to it. But this place was packed.
It was
crazy.
Crazy
It was insane.
weekend.
It was insane. I actually ended up going both days.
Wow.
And the second day, just because the first day it was Marina Lambert, and I love her. And the
Like the
second day
openers.
is Thomas Rhett, which these are all country singers.
Okay.
I love them all.
He's like, what do you say?
Yeah.
But afterwards, my friends were in Little Italy,
Okay.
and I ended up going for like 10 minutes. And I turned right back around. It was just there were so many college kids.
It was
late
packed
night.
and it was
packed.
hot. It was very hot
And
Saturday.
I was like, I can't deal with a big crowd. So, but then I usually like to go on Sundays. And I just never went.
Yeah.
The next day.
Yeah, we planned to, but like the weekend, like the concert,
Just
it
so
it was
overwhelming.
a lot.
Really? It was a good concert though,
It was
huh?
great, and the people, and just I'm not a country listener,
Yeah.
but recently I've been getting into it.
Look at you. They got you.
They got me.
They got you.
They were,
Well, she used to live in Nashville. That's where country
we
music
were just
started,
in
right?
Nashville too.
I took her to Nashville.
Ah.
It was fun.
She's like, I can only do 24 hours in Nashville. I said, imagine living there for
Yeah,
2 years.
it was a lot.
It's like Vegas, right? You can do a day or
Vegas.
two in Vegas and you got to get out.
Vegas on another level. I mean, have you been to Nashville?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I was there about a month ago on
Yeah,
business, though. Yeah.
So you
What's your,
travel.
go ahead.
You travel a lot for work.
I travel a lot. Yeah. Just about every week somewhere.
What's your favorite place to be?
In the United States?
Anywhere in the world.
I will
you've
tell you,
visited?
I think Dubai's fantastic. We have a
I'm
great partner there.
obsessed with
Don't even get her
Dubai.
started.
Yeah.
on
Don't get
Dubai.
me started on Dubai.
I will
Don't get me
retract
started
my
on the
answer
whole
then. No.
Habibi land. I call it. I am obsessed with Dubai. I need to go back to Dubai. Actually, I think
She literally
should I
calls
go
it
in
Habibi
January?
Land.
I don't know what Habibi land means. I will just say this. So the food's great. The people are awesome too, right? I mean, Dubai is a melting pot. Let's be candid. There's more non-Muslims there than there is
Non-Arabs in
and
general, right?
Emiratis
Yeah.
than there are anything else.
Yeah.
Unlike Abu Dhabi, which is more, but it's fun. There's so much to do. Great food. The only problem is, if you want a cocktail, if you want that martini, it's not easy. It's not always easy. Only like 5% of the places are able to serve. Yeah.
Well, I think it's only hotels and resorts that you stay in, like if
Western ones, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're, for example, we were walking around Dubai Mall and
Yeah.
we were walking around where the Burj Khalifa was, but
Yep.
you can't. Any restaurant there does not serve
Right.
alcohol. And I'm gonna tell you a funny story. So
Yeah.
my friend and I come in. We have this gorgeous view
Yeah.
of the fountain.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, I can't wait to just have a glass of wine.
Right.
With this beautiful view. She brings us the menus, and me and Ivana look at each other. We're like, okay, we need like a wine list. She's like, oh, we don't have alcohol. What? What do you mean? I have to drink a lemonade?
Yeah, I know.
So it's fine though. We were good.
Hookah
And we
though,
just-
you can smoke hookah at all of them,
smoke hookah
and there's
everywhere.
They're all
the
over,
scents are
yeah.
everywhere while you're eating, and so that's odd to me. But
Well,
yeah,
as someone who's in cybersecurity, how did it feel being in such a monitored city like Dubai? Like
very
you're getting
monitored.
watched like every single.
oh, they know everything
day.
about you. Think about it. When you
Like
go there, you
your
don't need a
phones,
passport.
yeah.
They got your face, right?
Yes,
It's 100.
they-
You just walk
you're
through.
right.
You don't ever pull it out. It's
Yeah.
wild.
It's crazy. And I was driving with one of the Uber guys. I was like, where are all these like cop cars? Because they all have Lamborghinis,
Right.
and Maseratis, and I wanted to see them. And they're like, oh, they're not around. You're on camera at all times when we're driving. I
Yep.
said, what do you mean? He's like, oh, whenever let's say if something were to happen, we get into an accident, they automatically pull up your face, know where you're at, know where you're staying, know your hotel. I literally did not have to
I'd
show
feel
my passport.
like uneasy. I mean, at the same time, I feel like I'm in a very safe
Very safe,
place, probably the safest place in the world.
literally.
But how did you feel? Like, do you feel uneasy?
No,
like,
you know what?
being
It is
there,
what it
knowing that
is.
They have all this information about you and know everything about you.
When you decide to go there,
Yeah,
you know it
you
is what
know.
it is. But I will say this: think about safe. You could walk around. I went for a run, because your hours are so off when you get there. I went for a run at night. Like, would I go for a run in downtown Cleveland?
Probably
I
not,
don't know. I'd run fast, right? So I felt pretty good. You're sitting there. You just feel at ease, and it's like that in a lot of other GCC countries as well. Now, it's an authoritarian state, so you only have so much access, right? And privileges, of course. As long as you're respectful of their culture and customs, it's a
You're
great
fine.
place
That's
to be.
what I tell people.
And if you're not, then
Yeah.
you shouldn't even be in Cleveland if you
Yeah.
can't be
Exactly.
respectful of people. So.
exactly.
I agree. And a lot of people have asked me, they're like, how did you go there without, I know they're strict on their laws and, their rules and how you walk around. Are you able to wear whatever? You literally can wear anything.
Yeah.
Like, Dubai is not, like you said, you just have to follow their
Yeah.
rules. They're not going to cut your hand off like people say they know.
Unless you steal something, maybe.
People are like still like living back in.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we went out, we did what we wanted, we drank, we enjoyed our time. Like
Yeah.
it was not, I wore what I wore a skirt,
Yeah.
I didn't have to cover up unless you go to,
If you went to Abu
museums
Dhabi or something like that, you might
we
want to
went
think
to
different.
Abu
but-
Dhabi. We actually
yeah.
went to
The
mosque.
Yeah.
Great mosque.
Yeah. It was, obviously you have to cover
Yeah.
up for that, just like how you have to go to church.
Yeah,
You're
again,
not going to dress.
Respectful, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you do the modern museum, the one that's got the Quran written outside of the odd-shaped building?
We actually did not get a chance to do that.
Oh,
It's a
it's a very
beautiful
interesting
building.
spot.
But I saw some, and it's amazing because they have in that museum they have scuba diving, and they have
In
skiing.
which museum?
Wait, you're thinking of the
huge-
mall. They have like
Every
the
Mall of
ice.
Emirates, where they had the snow.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
little
okay.
ski
I'm
resort,
thinking of
the indoor
yeah. I
ski
want to do
resort.
that next time.
Yeah.
I mean, you got real snow here, sweetie.
No, but I want to do it in Dubai. I want to do it in Dubai.
Well, artificial
Never
snow.
seen snow.
I
It's
did
184 degrees
go
outside, but there's
sandboarding,
snow.
which was awesome.
Did you? I didn't do that.
I went sandboarding.
Did you go to a camel race?
We didn't go to a camel
thing's
race,
wild.
but I did ride a camel, and I freaked out because I thought it didn't like me. The camel did not like me.
I mean, come on.
So I'm serious. I told Yvonne, I said, you can ride this one. I'll ride yours. Because I just have so much.
Next time you go, you got to go to a camel race. You have never seen anything like it.
Really?
It's pretty wild
When
stuff.
we're
Speak of when we're going,
Go.
just tell me when we'll go. But speaking of camels, I grew up in Kuwait.
Interesting segue.
And I swear to God, I'm not even lying or joking. Like when I was in college, I had people come up to me and I find out I'm like from the Middle East. So people who have never probably traveled overseas ask me if we rode camels like regularly, like on a daily basis, and lived in tents. I'm not kidding.
You should just say yes.
I mean, a lot of times I've said yes, and then a lot of them would think we had like oil wells in the backyard. Because they're known for oil.
Yeah.
Like oil refineries. They're like, yeah. So what's filled in your pool? Oil? I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah, absolutely it is. Yeah, we go swimming in the oil. The camel
That's
drinks
so
oil.
weird.
Yeah.
How do they? I feel bad for those camels. Even when I was, no, I swear, because it was so hot and I couldn't even handle riding it for 5 minutes, let alone them sitting there in that sun. I mean, it's really hot.
Yeah.
Can we get the animal protective services on call?
Yeah, I don't think they have those there.
I kept asking, I'm like, do you guys feed them? What do you feed them? When do they eat? When do they? I felt bad because they look so skinny.
They can go a long time. That's what they're made for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you travel so much for business.
Yeah.
Primarily for business,
Yeah.
correct?
Absolutely.
So how did you manage to like grow your business overseas and get clients overseas? I'm assuming you have clients everywhere around the world, right?
Absolutely. Including Qatar and different spots
And
like
that's
that,
a difficult
Australia.
area to get into.
Well, you have to have
business-wise, right?
partners.
You have to have partners, yeah.
You have to have partners because you can't just be the big bad Americans coming over saying buy this, right?
Yeah,
It doesn't work like that.
yeah.
It just doesn't. So you have to have partners that help bring things out. And look, at the end of the day, you guys know this. The best way to build business is by meeting people.
That's
So the
so
more you're
true.
out meeting people, you never know where that business is going to go.
Connections. Yeah.
100%.
Everything is about connections.
So one thing I tell my kids, right? Just network. Just
Network,
connect.
yeah.
Understand people. And they might be a schmuck today, but they could be pretty damn cool down the road. You never know how that's going to impact you in business. So just never burn a bridge and just get to know a lot of people.
That's so
I
true.
love that.
Yeah.
I think that's so important
It's a
for
great
people
piece
to
of
know
advice,
that.
yeah.
It is.
Except Cleveland's like 2 degrees of separation. It's not that 6 degrees. It's like 2, right? Everybody knows each other in
Everyone,
Cleveland.
yeah.
It's pretty
And it's
wild.
such
Small
a
town
small
here
Super.
in CLE, the land.
The land.
Okay, tell us speaking of traveling, all that, and if you could live anywhere for a whole year, where would you live?
Anywhere for a whole year, but I'm working, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anywhere for a year.
Like if you could choose a city.
Yeah. Here's where I'm
would you
going to go. It has to be in America?
live? Anywhere.
Okay. I'm going to go with San Remo, Italy. It's where my dad was born. It's right on the French-Italian Riviera.
It's like up north,
right on the
right?
water. It's up north. Yep. South of Lake Como and Switzerland. And that looked like that seems like a pretty good place to be for a year. As long as I can get internet connection, my phone works to dial out.
So why
I'd be
not?
happy. It's just not practical.
Not practical.
Come on.
So
Sounds good though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what would you do without a phone?
What would I do without a phone?
What
Probably
would
be
you do
happier.
without,
And here's the
could
crazy
you
part.
live without internet?
Let me ask you, no, not without internet, but let me ask you a question. How many times a day do you actually use your phone, like to make calls? Aren't you more texting and email? Well, I don't know about email, but whatever yeah. So
Yeah,
people
I-
call less. I just wish they called more and text less.
Me too.
Yeah.
To be honest, like I never know if I should call someone or text someone because we're in a world where everybody doesn't like have interactions.
Totally.
But I prefer like we call each other.
Yeah.
Most cases.
I prefer that.
Yeah, we prefer calling, get straight to the point. I can't stand people that text me like long paragraphs.
Right.
I'm
Just
like,
call.
Just call, pick up the phone and call me.
call.
Have a quick call.
I
with
agree.
Me. I'm right there with you on
Yeah,
that one.
I'll
I'm
take
glad we're
that
on the
one.
same page.
Yeah, no, I
I'm gonna
agree.
say-
And sometimes when you're texting and when you're like, telling someone something, you misinterpret things.
Yes.
Texts
Totally.
are a lot more misinterpreted than just being on the phone, because when you call someone and you're talking to them, you feel their voice, you feel their emotions, you feel how they're talking. So
Totally.
it's not. But then when you're texting someone and they say something and you're automatically thinking like, oh, did this person say it in that way, or did they say it in that way? So then you start overthinking, and then you overthink because you're overthinking.
Talking about herself.
It's just.
Yeah. What if
I'd
somebody
rather
gives
just call.
totally?
I'd rather just call and be like, all right,
And what if somebody throws an emoji in there? I need like a dictionary to figure out what the
Right.
emoji is. I don't know what
or
this
like
means.
LOL. Like,
LOL, yeah, like I know her very well, and when she texts LOL at the end of a text, she's not laughing.
No, just you're
She's-
doing it.
She's not laughing.
Have you guys ever seen Curb Your Enthusiasm?
sometimes I do
The show?
laugh.
No.
I mean, I've seen.
Okay, there's a really cool episode on LOL. It's really funny.
Is
but
it re- I-
if you haven't seen Curb Your Enthusiasm, that doesn't really matter.
Oh god, I wish we could pull it up right now.
So, what is the funniest or the weirdest DM you've gotten?
Damn?
DM.
He's not
direct
on-
message.
Oh, I'm like, what? Damn? Like, oh, damn.
Direct message.
Oh, the funniest direct message.
Funniest or
text.
weirdest.
But wait, was
Tell
that a
us
text?
Or text.
Or text,
Because you're
or-
not on Instagram. Do you know what
No,
DM
I'm not on
is?
Instagram.
Do you know what DM is?
I don't. I'm
Direct
not-
message.
well, if I'm not on Instagram, I
What about
maybe.
Facebook? Facebook?
No,
Are you
I don't have anything like that.
Are you on a
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn?
Yeah,
Let's do
LinkedIn all the
Let's do
time.
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn all the time. No, it is funny on LinkedIn. I will have people, and this isn't funny. This is the boring life I lead. It's not cool like a James Bond or something like that, or like you guys. On LinkedIn, people will say, "I saw you at this event." So last night I was at this event in Columbus. It was an investor venture capital event, and somebody sent me a link in LinkedIn today and said, "I saw you there last night." And I replied, well, "Why didn't you say hi? Like, why didn't you?" He's like, "Well, I saw you talking to someone." I'm like, "Just say hi."
Do you think that's creepy? Do you think that's like?
I think it's
feel
weird.
Like stalkerish.
I don't know about stalkerish, but why not just approach me there and say, "Hey, how you doing? Good to see you."
Yeah, but he took
Yeah.
the time afterwards to go send.
That
him
is so
I
weird.
saw
Yeah.
you.
Why wouldn't you just text and?
So literally, I got back and I read this LinkedIn. It's like, "Hey, I just saw you last
And
night."
did you know this person?
Yeah,
Okay.
I haven't seen him in a couple years.
Oh,
I'm like,
wow.
"Why didn't you say
Why
hi?"
didn't you say hi?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
There was probably like 150 people there, so I didn't necessarily spot him, but I didn't need to say hi. Fickle.
Yeah.
Say hi.
What's your biggest guilty pleasure?
Oh man, I could pull out one from years ago. It's not one anymore. That would really probably surprise you. Maybe not. I don't know. But back in the day, when I wanted like 30 minutes of nothing, I would watch like Jersey Shore. Do you know what that is?
Yes. Oh my god.
That is a awful. I can't believe I just said that.
No way. No way. No
Jersey
way.
Can we
Shore.
delete this out? But not anymore. I haven't seen that show in a decade. Is it
I
even
like
on?
Jersey Shore.
It's a
I
decade
like
ago.
Who was
Snooki.
your favorite character on the show?
Oh, I gotta go with Pauly D. Come
Pauly
on.
D. I
Forget
mean, it
about
was just here at
Oh,
Ford.
he's a DJ
No,
now.
I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
I saw him
It
in
was at
Vegas actually a
Forward,
couple
yeah.
years ago. Not that I went
He
to see him.
performs
but
in
he was there.
Cleveland.
Really? At
like-
Forward.
Are you
Sure, you were not in the sidelines when he was here.
Did you see me jumping in the pool at Forward? I know that Georgia just bought that place,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, he did.
I haven't been there in a long time.
Sure, you didn't. Wink.
Yeah. Me and Pauly D. Yeah. But I don't know what my current guilty pleasure is. I don't know. I got to figure that out.
Didn't
It's a
think you-
martini. I just got to find a good
I-
martini bar, apparently.
Excuse me.
Oh, never mind. I think I might have a
I
hookup.
would not think that you.
Billy's
would watch
Martini
reality
Bar is the
TV
best
and-
martini bar.
That's the only thing I've ever watched. I don't watch it TV at all, but I will watch Curb Your Enthusiasms.
What about Seinfeld?
I mean, come on. forget
Family
about
Guy.
it. No, just Seinfeld and Curb.
Okay.
Yeah, I love those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you sing in the shower?
of course. Come on. Just rap, just hardcore rap. But
What's
yeah,
your good to go karaoke song?
it's definitely something by Frank Sinatra. I was at Johnny's in, you know Johnny's, and they had a guy that was plays piano, and he asked what I want. I said, "Can you just do My Way by Sinatra?" And he did it. And I karaoke'd it.
What's
It's great.
Every single
So
man's
since-
obsession with a song.
So,
I don't know about that song, but it definitely Sinatra.
Sinatra.
It's
I
cool.
love Sinatra,
so you
but that song
guys,
is so
since
deep.
you guys
like-
really like Frank Sinatra, which I do like
Yeah.
Frank
Yeah.
Sinatra too. There's a singer that comes to Billy's. His name is Nick Costa. Shout out to Nick Costa. He actually sings all Frank Sinatra songs.
Really?
Oh, well.
I mean, you would love him.
And a great voice.
Yes, he's great. He's really good. People really love him, and he does draw a really nice,
When's that?
nice crowd. He's coming on October 10th.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys should.
I'll definitely
come
be
and
there.
Noted.
Literally,
Is he a Cleveland guy?
noted it. Yes, he's a Cleveland guy.
Wow.
He's Italian. He's,
Nice.
Italian.
Paisan.
Cleveland.
Come on.
I mean,
Former
Yeah.
Goomba. I love it.
Are you Italian?
100%. Yeah.
100.
Dad was born there. Yeah.
yeah. The name Pietrocola.
Yeah. Pietrocola.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. So this was quite the episode.
You guys are awesome. I love this. I appreciate you guys having me on. This has
Well,
been
thank
fun.
you for coming on.
Anytime.
You gave us a lot of insight, and we learned a lot about
MFA.
You know,
MFA and
I'm
loans and
I'm
cybersecurity.
gonna
Yeah.
continue doing two-step verification.
Yeah.
And I hope everyone that's listening does it as well, because it is important, right?
And don't store your passwords in
But
notes.
I am gonna continue using TikTok too. So we'll see.
You should, though.
Maybe there is a cat too somewhere in this other world.
Yeah. Maybe in
You
China.
know, maybe there is.
Maybe there is. But if somebody wanted to get to know more about your most recent business cybersecurity?
Yeah.
Where can they find it? What's the website? Where
Website's
can they find you?
Yeah, website's agileblue.com. They can't find me unless I'm in a room and you link it LinkedIn with me, but that's it. Otherwise,
But you're on
agileblue.com.
LinkedIn? Okay.
Yeah, LinkedIn's a place to be.
Okay, that's awesome.
Well, thank you guys for listening. This is your episode. Until next time, we love you. And don't forget to subscribe, follow, share.
And leave a creepy message
leave
to Tony on LinkedIn.
Everyone, please message Tony.
Thank you so much,
We
Tony.
love you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks
Bye.
for listening.